Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for March 2016. This month, I pulled 2 cards for each sign using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information, because some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. If you would like to get the readings I recorded on Vimeo for the middle of this month, I did the Druid Animal Oracle cards, 2 for each sign, and I looked into my Jasper crystal to get messages for you from my spirit guides. If you would like to get these readings, you can access them by clicking the link below, and it will take you to my Vimeo video on demand page for the Druid Animal Oracle card and Jasper crystal readings for download and purchase. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Please click on the videos tab on my menu, go to page 5, and there you will see the links for these videos. You just click on your link and it will take you to the Vimeo page for these readings. I truly appreciate all of your purchases and your kind comments. I thank you so much for all of that. And now on to your reading. The first sign I'm looking into is Aries. Aries, the 2 cards that you had that showed up for you, your first one is 7 of Rods. And 7 of Rods is a card to me that symbolizes closing the door on negative forces coming at you. This could be negative communications, negative work-related issues. It could also be keeping negative energy and negative forces and people at bay. I feel that there's some things going on for Aries that in the middle of this month may feel like too much happening too fast. You may feel like too much information, too many things are occurring, and I feel like whatever the circumstances are may feel overwhelming to you, like just too much. I do feel like even starting back in February, you are going to feel like you're going through some kind of changes. I feel like you've got a lot of dramatic changes and things happening that may have started in February that will last maybe even into June, July, and August, because I get this big gap of time, like half of the year is full of changes for you. I do feel some of you are going to be very eager to please and strut your stuff or show people your stuff, like what you're made of, like trying to impress somebody. Somebody that you want to see take you seriously and what you're doing or your abilities. I do feel in the middle of this month of March, you are going through a phase of strategizing. I feel like you're doing some planning stages of some things you want to execute and get off and running. It could be things to do with your own business or just things you want to get going with your life. But I see you making plans and preparing to, get things going. That's what comes up strongly here. I feel that you're really going to be thinking strongly about treating people fairly and the golden rule, do unto others as you would have others do unto you. And I feel that you're going to be really focusing on that, like making sure you're treating people kindly, fairly, because you know what you put out is what you get back. So I see you focusing on that. Now, the next card you have here is the 9 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles to me symbolizes being at peace and contentment with your life, with financial stability and abundance behind you. I do feel some things are coming to a boiling point and coming to fruition for you. And I feel that whatever this is, this culmination, this fruition, is actually bringing you in money. Even if you don't see the money right away, there may be a delay about getting the money, but something you have completed, or as they say, reached a boiling point, will be bringing in an increase to your money. I also feel that you've been learning a lot of lessons about patience right now, and that I see you thinking about, I need to stop worrying. Like, I get the energy of, you may have been worrying recently, and it's like dawning on you that this is doing you no good. It's just making you worry more, that you realize you have to have some patience. Those kind of energies are coming up with this Nine of Pentacles. Some of you may be involved at a teaching or a learning center where you're getting education and learning some tricks of the trade or taking some classes in something. But I also feel some of you may be teaching classes as well, or instructing. So I pick up both teaching and learning here. If you're somebody that's been disappointed about love or romance, I hear the past is the past. And don't worry, because I feel new love is coming to you. It's on its way. So for those of you that have been, disappointed, it's like, have faith is what I'm getting, because something good, new, and promising is coming. I feel many of you, Aries, will have this new love show up, possibly around summertime months. I'm hearing the words July. So that's not going to apply as summertime for all of you, depending on where you live in the world. But I did hear the month of July. So I hope those messages made sense to you, Aries. Now on to Taurus. And the first of the two cards I got for you, Taurus, is the Six of Rods. And the Six of Rods is a card to me that symbolizes victory. This can also indicate a Leo male. Just in this deck of cards to me, I don't see that in every tarot deck. But first and foremost to me, it's victory after a battle. I do feel some of you Tauruses are really riding high on some recent successes or achievements. I do hear that you've been listening to people's opinions. Could be gossip in some regard, but I get opinions. And I feel that you're not going to listen to it anymore. Like, I see you putting that to rest. Like, I'm done listening to other people is what I see you thinking. I do feel many of you Tauruses are working on your inner workings right now, and I feel that you're going to be getting very spiritual and or grounded, one or the other or both. I do feel that some of you are really thinking about your future and what is in store for you tomorrow, and I see you starting to think about wanting to sock some money away to strengthen your financial picture, either for retirement or just for some things you want to do in the future. I see you putting your thoughts and efforts towards that, looking forward and wanting to be more secure and having some stabilized finances in the bank. I feel hindsight is 20/20. I see you looking back over some past mistakes you've made. I also see some of you may be paying someone back some money that was lent to you, or a loan. Or you could be the one receiving the money, because it looks to me like that could go either way. But I feel if you borrowed any money from anyone in the past, or they gave you some money, I feel that, or if it's a bank, it doesn't have to be a person, it could be, a financial institution, I feel that you will be paying it back. So the second card you have that showed up here today, Taurus, is the Three of Rods, which is success. So this is like success coming to you. You may have to wait patiently for the success to come in. It can also indicate having to let something go so the success can come to you. I do feel that you're really going to be, that old saying, bringing home the bacon. It comes up here, and I feel that your finances and your money are going to be increasing, and I feel that you're going to start not worrying about finances anymore, actually, in the future, because I feel that you're going to be doing really well. I feel like your finances are increasing, and I know there's some people that comment and say, I don't know why you're saying that. That's not happening to me. Well, these are general readings, first of all, and you would need a private reading, but also you may want to watch your rising sign or your moon sign if these messages don't make sense. I do feel some of you Tauruses are like working on something, developing something, and getting something out in the public for public opinion, for public scrutiny. So any marital issues that you thought were dead and buried in the past may come up for being readdressed in the now. Even if you're divorced from them, there may be some lingering issue or something that was never completely finalized. It's like something that may have bothered you from the past too. You may have felt haunted by it. I feel it may be coming home to roost again, and you may have to think about it or deal with it. But I don't feel like it's a horrible thing. It's just like you got to face it one more time or look at it one more time to clear it out. If you're married now, I also feel you're going to be doing some working on your marriage, improving it, or like maybe going to counseling, or you two trying to make more efforts. So marriage comes up either whether you're divorced or whether you are still married. Issues of marriage just came up here twice for you in this mid-month. I feel some of you Tauruses in regard to coupling, being coupled with someone, whether it's a marriage or like a marriage, are learning like strategies, coping skills, learning to get along better, making more of an effort, trying to tune into each other more, seeing how each other ticks, like what makes you tick, what makes them tick, how you can improve the relationship. So whether you're married or not, it's coming up in this 2 cards for the mid-month of March. So I hope that made sense to you, Taurus. I certainly hope it was of help. Now on to the sign of Gemini. And the first of the 2 cards I got for you, Gemini, is Temperance. Temperance is a card to me that symbolizes patience. This could also be the divine source working through you in what you're doing, creating, saying. But first and foremost, it's patience to me. I feel that you're like getting a little more laid back, reassessing your values comes up. I do see you taking very measured steps, one step at a time, to make some completions of a project. But I see it as very measured, careful steps. I feel that sometimes, Gemini, work can become overwhelming to you, and it can get too intense or put too much pressure on you. And I see you starting to think about ways that you can get out of there, like get out early, get some more time to yourself, a little more rest and relaxation. Those thoughts look like they're coming up to you because I feel that you're going to evaluate what's going on here. I feel like I'm working all the time. I'm under all this pressure. Life's passing me by. So I see you focusing on finding ways to find more time to relax and enjoy yourself. Some of you Geminis are going to find yourself in a whirlwind romance fairly soon. And I feel that don't be surprised if you get some unexpected engagement. Now, I know already there's going to be a ton of you that are going to say, I'm not single, I'm already married, I don't know, that doesn't make sense to me, I'm not dating anyone, whatever you're going to say there. Since it's a general reading, your timing is not all going to be the same. All Geminis are not born on the same month, day, year. So timing will vary. But just know, if you've been looking for love, waiting for love, thinking it's passed you by or it's not coming, I do feel you are going to be involved in a whirlwind romance, and a proposal comes to you. Or maybe you're the one that's going to be doing the proposing due to how you feel in this whirlwind romance. I also feel some of you Geminis have been upset about things that have happened in your family that you don't like to think about, look at, or deal with. And I feel that you want to put some distance between you and your family, or distance between you and some family problems, because I feel like you haven't really been able to solve them as much as you may have wanted to. So I feel like you're letting some things go in that regard, because like focusing on it, fretting about it and all that isn't making, like, you, I feel for some of you, you haven't really been able to solve it. So the second card that comes up here for you Gemini is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes charity. This is giving money charitably and freely to others, or receiving money from loans, grants, tax refunds. Could be, you know, somebody giving you a personal money just to help you out. But usually this is you giving it. And it doesn't have to be money. It could be time, attention, love, anything of value. I do feel that you're going to be rewarded for your hard work and efforts. You're getting rewards here. I feel that you're going to take a big leap of faith and plunge into something that's going to pay off big dividends for you and be successful. This could be a romance. It could be a new job opportunity. It could even be an investment. Of whatever would be a big leap of faith and a big plunge for you, it's going to pay off. I do see you thinking about setting up some plans to travel more. So for some of you Geminis, I feel that you're part of that rest and relaxation, or what can I do and not spend all my time working, is I feel you may start to allot time in your year if you are able to do it. I know if you have kids and a family, this may not make sense. This may only make sense if you're single and free. But I get some of you really figuring out, okay, I want to take a trip this month. I want to go this month to another place, and this month to another place. And I feel you're going to be spending some time developing travel plans. It could even be with your family if you have kids and a spouse. It doesn't have to be that you're single, because you could be going to Disney, or, you know, taking some trips that would be, you know, family-oriented trips as well. So I see that coming up for many of you Geminis. So I hope that helped you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. And the first of the two cards I got for you, Cancer, is the Lover's card. Now, the Lover's card, I read that is usually has to see what's around it, not by itself, just to go by its meaning. But it does mean two people that have high sexual passion and chemistry with each other, that are in tune with each other's needs, a lot of compassion and empathy going back and forth between the two of you as well. And it could also indicate that angel is either blessing the couple, or the angel is interference, either being job, kids, exes, you know, any kind of interference. But it could be blessing the couple. I feel some of you are going to be stepping outside in the world again of the dating scene, or getting out and about, like, you know, meeting new people, and it can be dating or just even socially. I get that at first. Some of you may feel that some feelings of passion have gotten stirred up from someone that you knew from the past, that maybe you thought the relationship was over. That won't be the case for all of you. For some of you, it would be someone new. But I do pick that up for some of you, that you may have thought that a relationship or feelings you had in the past were done and over with, but I get some of you are going to have a reigniting or a revisiting of that. You may have some kind of surprise attack that comes at you from someone that you knew, that's like accusing you of something, like, you know, talking about them behind their back, cheating on them, doing something wrong with money. I don't know. It could be anything. But if that's going to be the case for some of you, I also pick up the words jealousy around a relationship. So either you're going to be feeling jealous, your partner is going to be feeling jealous, or there's outsiders or people you're connected to that will be feeling jealous about you and your partner. Because there's jealousy circling around this couple, but it's not going to be coming from the same direction for all of you. So there is some jealousy here with the Lovers card. So the next card you have in the layout is the Page of Rods. And the Page of Rods is a fire sign person. This is either a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. Sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be a child, because pages are often children, but pages can also be adults. There could be somebody that comes at you and says, I want you to pay me money back. Like somebody that may say to you that you owe them money. That could come up. You could have a child or a friend. It could be either one, or a sibling even, but it comes up as a child first. That's saying, I'm down in the dumps. I need help. Maybe they need money, or they just need assistance, because I get them like talking to you, wanting you to help them out or give them restitution for something. I feel you could have somebody saying to you, I have too much on my plate, more than what I can handle. I can't deal with this. I want to do something else. If you have a child that's in college, maybe they feel overwhelmed by it and they want to take a break, a semester off, or they're going to say, I want to drop out. I can't deal with it right now. I'll go back at another time. Or it could even be if they're having a problem with drugs or alcohol and they need to go into a rehab. That there's something that's overwhelming this Page of Rods. They feel that they can't deal with it. It's too much for them. They either want to take a pause or a break from whatever this is, and they could be asking you for emotional support, but also could be financial and monetary assistance comes up here with this Page of Rods. You may need to ask them for proof or evidence of, their culpability, or what exactly are they doing? How have they been handling things? Why is it affecting them this way? Like, I feel some of you won't be questioning that, but I do see some of you like, well, let me see the proof of what this problem is. Why are you having this much stress and fretting over it? So hopefully that made sense to you, Cancers. Stay tuned for the April reading, which is longer, and maybe more things will come out in regard to this situation. So I hope it was helpful. And now on to the sign of Leo. And the first of the two cards you have, Leo, is Two of Rods. And Two of Rods is a card to me that symbolizes partnership. Could be partnership in business. Could also be partnership in romance. I feel that there's going to be some party gathering or celebration that's going to come up that takes a toll on everyone, energetically, emotionally. I don't know that it's negative. I can't really see what this celebration or gathering is about, but I get emotions running really high and everybody feeling like it's kind of taken a toll on them a little bit. I feel that some of you Leos may be pouring your heart out into a journal or into a book. Maybe you're going to write a book. But I'm getting pouring your heart out. You could also be doing that to someone. Like you could be revealing yourself or unburdening your spirit and pouring your heart out to someone. But I feel many of you are doing this through a journal or a book. I feel that there's going to be a little bit of a reality check that's going to come into you where somebody has some kind of accident around you or near you that's a close call. So I feel that's like the lucky stars and lucky fortune are over the person that like escapes unscathed, because I do get like a close call. I don't feel this is for you, Leo. I feel it's for someone you're connected to, but I feel it actually turns out to be all right. I see you doing some kind of artwork. I see some of you stenciling something on the wall. I'm also hearing the words family tree. You may be making a painting or a mural of your family tree and putting people's names or faces on the tree. I'm seeing that on the wall. Or you could be researching your family tree and looking back into your family's ancestral lines, your history. So that comes up here also for you. And creative and artwork, any creative projects and creative endeavors are going to be highlighted for you, I feel, starting in March and also going through April. So the next card you have that showed up here today is the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is a card to me that symbolizes an earth sign person. This would either be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Pages can often be children, but adults can also come up as pages. I feel like your world has revolved around this Page of Pentacles. I feel that you have poured your money and your heart and all your good intentions and well wishes into this person. I feel they've been important to you, and I get a lot of love, money, effort, energy. This is somebody that's of paramount importance to you, whether it be your child, a sibling, a niece, a nephew, or even someone you're in a romantic relationship with, or a sibling. It could be anybody that's of like big importance to you, but you've doted on them with time, money, energy, all that. I feel that they're coming up here because you may have to start taking a step back from this person and letting them be, letting them forge ahead and move forward and be on their own. Maybe it's like, time to let the little bird out of the nest and fly kind of syndrome. I don't know. It's not going to be that circumstance for all of you, but I do get like having to take a step back and not being like totally like I'm responsible for everything, and I feel like you've almost done too much for this person, which may sound ridiculous if it's your child, but I just get this sense like now it's time to take a step back. I also feel that part of this is you need to take a step back from them because they need to be on their own. So it's also a step back to see like how they make out, like how they're going to do. It's like, I feel that you can be supportive of them, but you don't have to be their hero now. They have to make their way on their own for whatever the reason is, at least for a little while. It's not that you're not going to be there and love them or care about them and support them, but you have to take a step back from them. That's why in this Page of Pentacles is showing up here for you, Leo. So I hope that made sense to you. Please stay tuned for the April reading, which will be longer and maybe more insight will come out. Also, if these messages don't make sense, I'm going to say it here in the middle of this reading. Please remember to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to make more sense to you than your sun sign will. So now on to the sign of Virgo. And the first of the two cards that came up for you today, Virgo, is the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is a card to me that symbolizes, this is an inheritance. It could also be gaining money through family channels, like a gift of cash. Or it could be two people working together as a couple that make good money and finances together, as working together as a couple. I do feel that there's going to be a lot of happiness circling around you and your family and family matters in the middle of this month of March, or in March. You may be releasing some funds to help a family member out. This could be a child for college. It could be, a sibling in need. It could be grandchildren. I just get you releasing finances to someone. I also see any money that you have is going to start to be increasing. So if you have your money in some kind of investments, I feel the investments are going to start to pay off, or some increases in your investments come up. And it can be whatever you're invested in. Real estate, it could be the stock market. Doesn't matter what you've put your money in. I see your money generating more money. That's coming up for some of you Virgos. I also see some of you getting loans or paying off loans or paying off debts comes up here too. So I see you going through like a process of money changing hands, as well as increasing your finances and helping out someone in need in your family. I'm also picking up money changing hands around you. Some of you may be taking over a family business or doing something where you're starting up some kind of family business or a business where you're going to invite your family to come aboard and join the fun in the family business. I do feel for many of you Virgos, there's a lot of money to be made and found and had this year of 2016. So that's good news, Virgo. I'm happy for you. So the next card you have that came up here in the reading, you have the Seven of Rods. And the Seven of Rods, that also came up, I believe, for Aries, I think. So you're getting it too. Seven of Rods is a card that means shutting the door on negativity or keeping negative forces at bay. The negative forces can be work-related, business-related, enterprise-related. It could also be communications, but it's like keeping it back, holding it back, keeping it at bay. I feel that any of you that have gone through any depressions or feeling negative or feeling sorry for yourself, and I'm not saying unjustly so, you may have good reason to feel that way. I feel that you're going to be getting yourself out of it, like shaking it off. Like, I have to get out of this negative spin. I can't sit around here and wallow in worry or self-pity or, whatever. I see some of you are going through that train of thought at some point in this month of March, possibly going into April. I feel some of you have learned some things the hard way where you've had to walk away from things, because I'm seeing you hang your hat on a hook and walking away from it, leaving it and saying, I have to leave that behind me. I have to be done with it. And proudly, like with your head held high and starting off on new journeys, new pathways, new associations, new relationships. So some of you, I feel you've had to say farewell to some things that may have been difficult, but I do see you holding your head up and feeling positive, like you're moving in a new direction. And any of you that have felt negative, I do feel that you will be shaking that off and getting it out of you, like getting it out of your mind. Like, now I've got to feel happy now. I do pick up that Virgos really like to learn and learn a lot of new things. And I feel that you may be taking some classes, studying something new, or getting involved in a new subject, because it comes up that you like to learn. And I feel you will be developing some kind of new talents or skills. Comes up here with this card of Seven of Rods. So I hope those messages made sense for you, Virgo. I certainly hope they were of help. Now on to the sign of Libra. And the first of the two cards that you have here, Libra, is Nine of Cups. And Nine of Cups to me is a card that symbolizes wish fulfillment. This is all good things coming to you in an emotional sense. Usually it could be a wish about one particular thing that you were hoping for. I do feel that some of you have walked away from an unhealthy relationship and have made amends with this person from the past, or are learning to have forgiveness about this relationship that, didn't work out. It doesn't necessarily have to be love. It could be relationships of other kinds, but whatever relationship this is, you're forgiving them or trying to get past it or show forgiveness comes up here. I also feel that some of you Libras are going to be making plans to travel. I feel that doing too many things for too many people has caused you too much pain and stress. Maybe you've overextended yourself in some way. And I also feel that some of you Libras may be experiencing back problems, or maybe the stress of doing too much or doing too much for other people has caused you to strain your back in some way. If you're single or dating someone, I do see a marriage for you in the offing. So it's not like far, far, far away, but it does show up here that some of you could be getting married. It's like in the future, like looming. I see you reworking your image and really focusing and concentrating on abundance and flow of abundance coming to you. That seems to be on your mind now and going into the month of April. I do feel you may have some challenging issues coming up ahead with family members, but I do feel that you're going to be able to sidestep it and like have it miss you, like get out of the way. So forewarned is forearmed, as they say. I do feel that you're going to be having some accumulation of money because they're showing me you're having money to put in your back pocket. Like there's some extra money coming to you or you're generating some money. So that's good news. Your second card you have here is the Death card. And the Death card can symbolize transformation, something ending so something new can begin. Sometimes the Death card can show up if somebody has already passed in your life that was important to you. But it's more than likely a card of transformation. You may have people, you may feel like, oh, everybody wants a piece of my action. They come in, they want to borrow money from me, they want to link themselves up with you, they want to know how you're doing, see what's going on. You may find that some people come out of the woodwork because they may think that you have, maybe they think you struck it rich, and maybe you have. Because I do see you having increase in money and, money being on your mind and finances. That's all swirling around you in the first card. And here I'm picking up people that are like, oh, what you doing? What are you going? Where are you going? What are you doing? Like, don't be surprised if you get a bunch of people that you've known, like, oh, let's go out to lunch, and they expect you to pick up the tab, or, oh, you've got your own business. Oh, well, I'm looking for a job. Why don't you hire me? Or my daughter needs a job, or my son needs a job, or, oh, gee, I'm trying to get this business off the ground. Can you give me a loan? You may have that kind of action coming up around you over the now and even moving forward over the course of the next few months. Some of you are going to be hiring a lawyer, and I feel that you are going to be dissecting something, maybe an estate or something to do with a legal matter that's going to require the lawyer to be digging through details. That's what you've hired them for, to ferret out and dig through details. So they could be a financial forensic type of lawyer. I do feel some of you are going to be getting a matrimonial proposal of engagement, possibly in February. So it could have already happened in the February that just passed, but it could be the February of 2017 for some of you Libras. Some of you I also feel are going to be receiving accolades, promotions at work, like accolades, awards, rewards, promotions. That all comes up for you, of those of you Libras that are in a working position. So I hope those messages helped you, Libra. Now on to Scorpio. And the first of the two cards that you have, Scorpio, for this mid-month of March 2016, you have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is a card to me that symbolizes the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor. The planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you could be conspiring to help bring you this karmic good fortune. I do feel you've learned a lot of your lessons the hard way, and I do feel that you are right now working through a lot of details about what you want to see happen moving forward in your future. If you find yourself in a position where you need to take a step back and let somebody else step forward and take the lead, don't worry that you're getting pushed out of the way or pushed off to the side, because I do feel that this is just a situation that looks temporary. I don't feel this is going to be a lasting circumstance. I do see some of you Scorpios making some kind of grand overture in some way where you want to be recognized and acknowledged for that. This could be giving money to a foundation. It could be extra time and extra work that you put into a job or a business, and you would like to be acknowledged for it. It could be big donation of some sort. I feel that in the past, if you went through any situations where the grass was greener on the other side syndrome, that you're starting to have the green grass where you are. Like things are starting to improve for you. And I feel that you're starting to see, hey, things are working out. Things are going pretty good. I'm in a pretty good space. Like the times where you felt like you were on the outside looking in, waiting for, well, when is it my turn to have good things happen? Or why is it everybody else's life is on the upswing and I feel like mine is on the negative side or on the downswing or on the, a downward motion? You're going to feel like things are looking up, like things are improving in your life. So the next of the two cards you have here is the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes expanding your craft, expanding your skills and your skill set, expanding your work in some way. This could be a business expansion. If you own your own business, you could be expanding your product line or expanding to open another branch or division. It could also be if you're working for somebody else, you getting a promotion or having more job duties and more responsibilities. So your job, description is expanding. It could be that. I do feel that you're harnessing a lot of energy and focus and drive on your work, those of you that are working, Scorpios. And I do feel that you're going to receive some kind of promotion or accolade for it. Someone's going to come forward. I do feel that you get awarded in some way for these hard work and efforts that you're putting in. I feel that maybe you've had some judgment in the past against you, or that have had some critical views headed your way. But I feel that you've proven that wrong. You've come out of that time. I feel that you're like being respected, looked up to, admired, valued. I see you in a better position through work. So if you're a Scorpio that had issues in the past with, employers or business that wasn't working out in your favor, I feel that you actually, it's improving for you. You want to take a step back from spending, ease up a little bit on your finances, because I feel like you're in a whoosh of like money coming at you right now. But I feel like in the summer months, now I live in the United States, so summer's June, July, and August to me, you may find yourself, but not that money's not still there, but you may be really increasing your spending, or money may start to level off or decline slightly, but I don't feel it goes down. I just feel you really need to be cautious of your spending, especially in the summertime months, because you might be so jacked up and happy about turns of events and money coming your way, or feeling more financially on the upswing and stable, that you may end up spending money, I don't want to say recklessly, but you've got to temper it. Don't go off, full blast with spending, because then when fall and wintertime comes around, you may feel like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have spent all that money in the summer because now I really need it. And so just be cautious of your spending. But I do feel that you have some really good turns of events here coming up for you, Scorpios. So I hope those messages made sense to you, and I certainly hope they were of help, Scorpio. Now on to Sagittarius. And the first of the two cards that showed up for you, Sagittarius, is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups to me symbolizes a card of a water sign male. This would be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. But females can also be knights. I feel your world may have revolved around this Knight of Cups. And you may have felt like your world got torn down and built back up again. So you may have had some like tumultuous relationships or situations with this Knight of Cups. This person may be a bit of a drama king or queen where they think everything is about them or wants everything to be about themselves. Like I feel they're very self-oriented. I feel with this Knight of Cups, he's not really your cross to bear anymore. I feel he may have borrowed money from you. You may, like, I get like weird mixtures of things that have gone on between you and this Knight of Cups. And I feel that he sapped your strength, sapped your energy, made you feel unworthy at times, maybe belittled you. That could have come up. This Knight of Cups may be somebody from your past that you can't stop thinking about. And that these issues that I just described are circling around because of this Knight. Like, and so it's like made it almost like you can't let go of it, or you can't get away from him or something like, or her, because it could be a female. I also feel some of you may feel like you go round and round with this Knight of Cups. Like you put it down, you pick it back up again. You put it down, you put it back up again, like going around and around in a circle. So for some of you, it's not somebody from your past. It's somebody you're still dealing with today. I feel that you may have felt like you found the fountain of youth through this person. But I feel that there's been a lot of like shutdown that's going on with this person. Like it raises you up, it shuts you down. It rises you up, it shuts you down. I get that kind of sensation. So the next card you have here of the two, you have the Eight of Rods. Now the Eight of Rods is a card to me that would symbolize news coming to you swiftly. It could be through the internet. It could be through an email or a text. It could be a phone call. So it could be news coming to you swiftly. It could also indicate change coming, swift change even, or it could be travel. I feel working out the details, getting on a jet plane, going somewhere, maybe unexpected. It could be quick and impromptu kind of travel. I do feel that some of you are getting some news that comes to you in the form of a letter or an email. And I do get advice coming to you. I don't know if the advice is coming to you in that letter or email, but it could be. That could be advice. I feel like you kind of need to separate yourself from some people. I feel that you may have surrounded yourself with some people that have pushed your buttons too much, or are gossiping or talking to you too much. But I feel like they may be irritating you, like pushing your buttons, getting on your nerves. Like I'm picking up that kind of vibration and energy. And I see that you need to like get out and about, look around the scenery around you, get outside in nature, go to a coffee shop or a little cafe and sit and enjoy like a really big, huge cup of coffee or, you know, whatever you like to drink. Like, I feel that you need some time to yourself. You need some processing time. You need to get some time out and about in nature, your feet on solid ground, like literally touching the ground, which can bring you groundedness. These are all things coming up here through the Eight of Rods. I do feel that there's going to be some kind of releasing of funds, and maybe a very large sum of money could be coming to you. I don't feel this is money coming from you because I feel it's coming to you. So this is very good news. I feel that this money is going to put you on a new plane of existence, and you could be buying something, buying a new home, selling something, or maybe buying a property to rent and lease, like make money off of the property, or it could be a vacation home. I don't necessarily feel like you're selling your home, but you could be. But I see some of you are going to be putting this money into purchasing a home or some kind of real estate. So, and if it's, you know, for investment purposes, you're going to be generating money off of that. So hopefully those messages made sense for you, Sagittarians, and hopefully they were helpful. Please stay tuned for the April reading because that will be much longer and have more detail to it. So now on to Capricorn. And the first card you have here today, Capricorn, is the Ten of Pentacles. There was another sign that also had this as well. Well, you have 10 of Pentacles, and this is an inheritance, money coming to you through family channels, or it could indicate you being in a couple with someone and you two as a couple generating a lot of money together. I feel that some of you maybe feel like you've been pushed around or burdened or been gossiped about or gossiped to, and that like too many things being dumped on your lap, too many responsibilities, too many people to have to deal with. I just get a whole variety of things there. I feel that if you had any projects that you were involved with working on, whatever it is, work related or even personal projects or interests, anything that was stop, start, I feel it's going to get moving again. It's going to start moving. I feel that you may also be doing some damage control over in regards to too much information that got leaked out, or damage control where maybe somebody you work with or you're in charge of said too much, said things they shouldn't have said, or made some mistakes that need to be fixed and repaired by you. Because I do get damage control coming up, and I feel like you're the one fixing it. I don't feel like you made the damage or you did the damage. I feel but you're the one that's going in to fix it. I feel some of you may be getting together or talking with family members about some big family gathering or outing. This could be like a family reunion. It could also be attending a wedding or an engagement party or somebody's anniversary or graduation. It could be any kind of family-related event or party. But I see you having conversations about it, but they're calling it an outing. Now, an outing could be something small, like just a couple of you going someplace. It could be that. But I feel like there's more people around this situation than just you and one other person or you and a couple other people. So that's what's coming up with the 10 of Pentacles. And the next card you have is the Knight of Rods. And the Knight of Rods symbolizes a fire sign, male or female. That would either be a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. I feel you may have an ongoing struggle with this Knight of Rods, where if they're your counterpart, you may not feel sure what to make of them. Like, what's your assessment of them? What do I think of them? What do I make of them? Are they coming or are they going? What are they doing? Like, I feel you in a state of quandary or flux about what to make of this Knight of Rods. Any deals that you made with anyone or contracts that were made, they may be broken and you having to rewrite them or rework them again. So if you're somebody that's dealing with contracts, lawyers, legal papers, or negotiations, could even be writing a will, that could even be it too. But it feels more like contracts and negotiations to me. There could be a breakdown or a breaking of a contract that then it needs to be reworked and rewritten all over again. You know, this Knight of Rods could be like the love of your life, or you could be languishing in the love of this Knight of Rods. But I feel this Knight of Rods can be kind of draining for you or making you feel crazy at times. It's weird. I feel you have a seesaw kind of experience or relationship with this Knight. I feel sometimes some of the issues between the two of you is actually either miscommunication or communication breakdown is part of the issue here. I do feel, though, you may be getting ready to take a trip or go travel with this Knight of Rods. So I don't feel that you're broken up or not together, because I still feel like there's a connectedness between the two of you, a camaraderie of spirit, whether it's a friend of yours, a love mate, whatever the situation is. I don't feel that they're exited out of your life, that you're not dealing with them anymore, but I do feel they're quite taxing to you and draining to you, and sometimes a puzzle to you about what are they coming or going? What are they doing? But I do feel that for some of you, not all of you, Some of you may feel like this Knight of Rods, whether it be a female Knight of Rods or a male Knight of Rods, may actually feel to you like the love of your life. You may have that sense about them. So I hope those readings there helped you, Capricorn. Please remember these are general readings, and you need to watch your rising sign and your moon sign if what I just told you didn't make sense, because your messages could be coming to you there. So I hope that was of help to you. Now on to Aquarius. Please excuse the neighborhood dogs barking outside of my house. It is really, really super nice here today, and I had to open the windows. It's probably 70 degrees in March, so please bear with me about the barking. I really can't put a stop to them because they're not my dogs. So the first card you have that shows up here today, Aquarius, is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is a card to me that symbolizes God showing up in your reading, or it could be a high priest or a religious figure giving you blessings. But the Hierophant could also be giving you a warning, saying be cautious and careful. And the Hierophant also, it can indicate higher education and higher learning. I feel that some of you Aquarians are going to find yourself in the position where new responsibilities are being put in front of you or dropped in your lap. I do feel some of you Aquarians may feel unwanted or unloved or like forgotten about, but I do feel that you're starting to regain a strong sense of purpose, or stronger sense of purpose of what's going on in your life. I do feel some of you are going to have to work very hard to achieve your goals and your aims, but I do feel success is coming to many of you Aquarians. I do feel many of you are going to find yourself mingling with new people and finding yourself in new situations. I do hear there's an old way of doing things and a new way of doing things, but I see you really trying to find the most direct way of doing things, like wanting to go from point A to B. So I feel like you're trying to find the direct, most streamlined route to do something in your life. Some of you may be needing to take a trip and be prepared to travel. They're saying south. Many of you are going to be going south, but that's not going to be the case for all of you. Traveling and trips have come up for quite a few of the signs, and you're getting it too. But I feel like for you, it would be kind of, not necessarily well planned out. It might be kind of last minute, or it just feels like you're going with the flow in this trip or travel situation. So the second of the two cards you have that shows up here today, Aquarius, for the mid-month of March 2016, you have the Knight of Cups, and I believe Sagittarius also had this card. And the Knight of Cups is a water sign, male or female, either being a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. I feel some of you have tried to be there for this person, that there's been a lot of mistakes. They're learning a lot of mistakes. They're going around, and you've gone around and around in a lot of circles with them or for them. I feel that, they've had some difficulties. They've had some hard times. They're learning a lot of lessons. For some of you, this could be a son or daughter to you. It could even be a loved one, a spouse. It could be. They're saying to me, do not dwell in the past. The mistakes and any mistakes that were made on your part even, or the part of the Knight of Cups, are over. And you need to release that and move forward. I do feel if you're a single Aquarian that you're going to start to see someone new. And I hear the words just around the corner. So for some of you, I do feel if you live in the United States like I do, it would be in springtime. But because they say just around the corner in springtime. So that may not make sense to you if you don't live in the US, but it could be springtime. It will happen where you are in springtime. I do feel that the relationship that's coming up for you or brewing is going to be really good and solid, because I feel that you're going to be learning from the mistakes that you've taken from the past, and then now you know what not to do or what to avoid. I get you really being able to learn from those issues and mistakes, and now that's going to aid you and help you as you move forward if you're one of the Aquarians that have a new relationship on your horizon. I do feel that any gossip, any people that gossip or have gossiped about you in the past, maybe even about this situation, this relationship that you were in the past or that you are in the future, it's not going to matter to you, because I feel that this is your time to shine. I feel Aquarians are really coming into a powerful time frame, a powerful position, and detractors or naysayers or gossipers or people that have been against you or created problems for you or dramas for you are a thing of the past and something that you're not going to need to focus on or pay attention to anymore. So hopefully those messages made sense for you, Aquarius. If they didn't, please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because this is a general reading here, and stay tuned for April's reading, because at the beginning of the month it's a longer reading. So on to the sign of Pisces. And the first card you have that showed up here for you, Pisces, is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles symbolizes an earth sign, male or female, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. I feel for some of you, you've been quite tied up with this character. And I feel in your dealings with this Knight of Pentacles, it's been a detriment for you. I feel it's been more of a complication or a hindrance. I feel this is somebody that may be like kind of begging you in some ways, like needing you, wanting you, like, why did you leave me like that? Or why aren't you coming back to me? Or why are you treating me this way? So this person seems to be in a sorrowful kind of begging position. I don't feel like you want to keep dealing with them. I feel you want to be done with it. Or done with dealing with them comes up. I feel that this person tried to find themselves in you, but they couldn't really find themselves in you, so they're trying to get more from you. Like, for some reason, I feel like they're looking at you like you're their solution. You're going to help them out of whatever rut they're in, whatever mental state that they have that's unhealthy, or any, negativity or downtrodden feeling. Or maybe they're just in love with you and they feel that you're going to be the solution. But I feel that they've already tried this route. They didn't find themselves, and yet they're still wanting you to be like their hero, their savior, their rescuer. For many of you, this is the circumstance. Now, in some of you, this is a love person. This is somebody that's in love with you or thinks they're in love with you. But for others, it could be a family member that looked to you as you being their hero and their savior. It doesn't always have to be about love in this particular card, because it is a general reading. So it's not going to be a love partner for all of you, but for some of you, it is. You may have found this person to be very stop and start. Like the relationship could have been that way, or they act that way. And I feel that they actually had the propensity to be full of drama. They created drama. Whether they perceive it as that or not, they probably don't feel that they did. But they actually have created and generated a lot of drama. So hopefully that made sense to you as to who that was, Pisces. And the next card you have is the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes having to make a decision or a choice between two things. Could involve money, could be between two jobs, could be between two lovers. It could be also weighing your options. There's a lot of emotions tied up here in this decision, choice, or weighing of options. I do feel that some of you Pisces are now realizing a dream or goal that's actually happening for you and coming to fruition right now. So I feel this month of March or going into April, you're going to start to see some wishes you wanted to have happen, some dreams to come true, something to come into reality and come forward into being that you were hoping was going to manifest. If any of you are single, I do feel there is a new romantic partner for you on the horizon. I do feel that some of you may find yourself dabbling in different things, like dabbling in this and dabbling in that, trying to discover, actually to find yourself. It's funny that this Knight of Pentacles was trying to find his or herself. I also feel that through some different activities that you're doing, this could be anything you're interested in, sports, writing, music, drawing, exercise, gym workouts, whatever I feel, or new courses of studying new subjects. I feel many of you Pisces are trying to discover and find yourself by dabbling into these subjects, or just trying to elevate your soul, elevate yourself, elevate your knowledge also. Any one of those meanings or all of them apply here. I feel some of you, if you've been looking for a job, I feel that you're going to be guaranteed a position. And I get high finance. So it could be a position of high finance. You could be dealing with high finance in that position. Or you could be receiving an increase to your finances through this position. So if you've been out of work or you wanted a job change, I do feel this is in the offing. It's either in this month of March or it's going into April or maybe May that you will be getting new employment. I feel that you're going to be broadening your sphere of influence and your scope of what you're doing. And I feel you may be starting to deal with people at a distance abroad. So if you're getting a new position, you may be dealing with people outside of the country that you live in. Or it could just be even in a social way. You could be dealing with people, from a distance through social media or some other channel. So I hope that made sense for you, Pisces. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate that. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. That way you'll get notified when I post my Psychic Tarot readings at the beginning of each month and my mid-month Psychic Tarot updates. Please be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I do post things on Facebook that you won't be able to see here. And I do post predictions. I pull cards. Sometimes I put up a video. I put up quotes from, well-known authors about spiritual and metaphysical subjects. So please be sure to check out my page and click like over there. I do appreciate that. If you would like to get the videos I recorded for this Vimeo videos on demand in the middle of the month, I recorded videos using the Druid Animal Oracle cards. I pulled 2 cards from this deck for each sign of the zodiac, and I looked into the jasper crystal to give you messages from my guides from there. And I can read this crystal, even though it's not clear like my quartz crystal. And if you're interested in getting these videos, you can, for download and purchase, you can click on the link below in the description box, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for the Druid Animal Oracle card and Jasper Crystal reading that would cover a period of up to 1 year for each sign of the zodiac for download and purchase. Or you can go to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, click on the videos tab on my menu and go to page 5. I'm on page 5 now, and you will see the link for each sign for these videos. You just click on your sign and it will take you to that Vimeo video on demand page. I want to thank you so much for all of your purchases of all my videos. I really, truly appreciate it. If you have any issue with any video you purchase, I am not able to troubleshoot your issues because I do not have access to your personal accounts and your information. I can't troubleshoot anything, so you need to contact Vimeo directly at support@vimeo.com. Write to them and they will help you out and hopefully rectify any issues or troubleshoot any problems you have. I wish you an absolutely great rest of your month of March, all the signs of the zodiac. Many blessings and peace.